everyone. Welcome to another episode of Daily Answers with Yvonne. As you come on, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from, and I'm going to wait for Facebook to build my audience, and we will get started. So go ahead, join the video if you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from, and we will get started. We've got a good question for you today that I'm gonna answer here shortly. So if you're on here, go ahead and just let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching in from, and we'll get started. I do want to answer the question. It was submitted to someone that was wanting to remain anonymous, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. If you want to submit questions and not let me know your name, that is perfectly fine. This person just wants to know how to pick a good domain name for their website or their blog. So I'm going to answer that here shortly. Looks like Facebook is still building my audience, so I will wait a little while longer for that to happen, and then we will get going. Hey Mike, thanks so much for jumping on. Appreciate that. Let me know if you can hear me. Just say hey. Let me know where you're watching from. Looks like for some reason Facebook is still building an audience for me. And I cannot see the comments moving at all, if there are any. All right, so anyways, we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Welcome to another Daily Answers with Yvonne. This is where I like to jump on here and answer your home-based business questions. I am Yvonne from Colorado, from YvonneAnderson.com. And today's question again is, how do I pick a good domain name for my home business website or my blog? And so we're going to get right into that. I can't see comments or anything. I don't know what's going on. So I do see that there's about 5 people watching. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to hoping that you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, just say something for me. I'd appreciate that. But I'm going to go ahead and keep going. So first of all, what is a domain name? When you join a home-based business, you are given a website. A lot of people think that a domain name and a website are the same thing, and they're actually not. So you've got your website that you get from the company that you join, and that usually looks something like companyname.com/ID and then your username on the end. And so that is not something that you're going to promote if you're promoting online. You want to make sure that you get a catchy domain name that you can give out, put on business cards, put on your flyers, or whatever it is that you're promoting, using to promote. And so picking a domain name is crucial. So I'm just going to give you a few tips on picking the right domain for your blog or for your home business website. Again, if you're promoting your home business website, you want to get a domain name. I like to pick a domain name that says what that person's going to get out of it if they decide to go to that website. So my domain names are endyourmoneyproblems.com, recruitmorestrangers.com, getfitwithyvonne. So the person who submitted this question didn't tell me what type of business they're trying to promote, but if you're in like a health and wellness, you can pick Get Fit with Yvonne, or Get Fit with whatever your name is, Get Skinny with, or whatever. If you're promoting a business, you can say Partner with Yvonne. I use that one as well. So Partner with, you can choose a domain name that, again, tells someone what they're going to get when they come to your site. Again, endyourmoneyproblems.com is one of my domains. Recruitmorestrangers.com, stuff like that. So you want to pick a good domain that is catchy, that people can remember. Now, I will tell you that the key to picking a domain, you want to always pick .com. Always go with .com. If someone else already owns .com, you don't want .net, .info, .biz. You don't want those other secondary domains, because if you think about it, most people will only remember the .com. So if you're promoting, let's say you're promoting on a yard sign, or you're promoting on a bus stop sign, or anything like that, where you're expecting people to remember that domain name, or maybe it's on the back of your car, the side of your car, or whatever, and you're hoping that people remember that domain name. If you don't own the .com and you're promoting .net, .info, .biz, and people are trying to remember that, for example, Recruit More Strangers is mine. So if I was to have recruitmorestrangers.net, people are only going to remember the first part of that domain. And so you want to make sure that you're sending them you don't want them going over to the .com if you don't own it. I don't know why I'm not seeing any comments today. But I see that I have watchers, so I'll just keep going. I wanted to acknowledge that I see you guys on here, but it doesn't look like I can see names today, and I don't know why. Anyways, so back to that. So always choose a .com. Very important that you choose .com. Now, you can choose the secondary domain if you own .com. I like to... Hey, Susan, thank you so much for saying hi. I can see your comment. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. That lets me know that this is actually working right. So anyways, again, hey, Kevin Sanders, welcome. Glad to see you. Thank you so much. I see your comment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, Barbara. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate that. All right. So again, back to picking a domain name. Always pick the .com, because if you don't own the .com and you're relying on someone's memory, and they go over to you're using .net and you're actually showing Yvonne from Colorado.com, whatever. If you're using .net, you're going to lose people to the person that does own the .com. Okay. So when you're picking a domain name, always get the .com. It is okay if you go ahead and get the other ones, the .info, .biz, .net, and use those as secondary, maybe where you will put the sales presentation. But if you're promoting your main website, you want to choose the .com. Now, for those of you that have blogs, I personally think you want to go with your own name on your blog, because you're building a personal brand. So for many years, I was using on my blog YvonneFromColorado.com because YvonneAnderson.com was taken. And so I would go back periodically and look for the domain. Hey, Marshall, thanks so much for jumping on here. I see you. I would go back and look for that domain to see if YvonneAnderson.com was taken. And it always was for many years, except for about 7 months ago, it became available. Now, we all know that domain names will run you about $10 a year. Well, Yvonne Anderson was $800, but I felt like it was a good investment for my personal branding to go ahead and pick up that domain name. So if you can get your domain and it's not too much money for you to afford, go ahead and get your actual name for your blog. Now, some people like to use their personal branding. Like I know my sister Tracy, she has youchoosingyou.com, because she's all about teaching people how to choose themselves and how to make better decisions for themselves. And so she wanted to go with, youchoosingyou.com. And besides, TracyAnderson.com was already taken by the well-known exercise and fitness representative or fitness person, Tracy Anderson. So TracyAnderson.com was already taken for her. So she went with youchoosingyou.com, and that's perfectly fine. So if you want your name and it's already taken, don't go with yourname.net. Choose your name and then go with, maybe add your middle initial, your middle name, something like that. But always go with .com. That's tip number 1. And number 2, just make sure that if you're going to use .net, .info, .biz, or anything like that, that you're choosing, that you actually own the .com as well. All right. I hope that was helpful. That was it. Wanted to just jump on here and answer that question for the person that submitted it. Now, if you have your own question, again, I'm here to answer home-based business related questions. If you have a question related to internet marketing, the home-based business industry as a whole, how to start your own home-based business, maybe personal development, mindset, how to get more leads, how to get more sales and signups. If you have those types of questions, go ahead, go on over to YvonneAnderson.com, submit a question. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see where you can submit your question, and I'd love to answer that for you on another episode of Daily Answers with Yvonne. So I hope that was helpful. So yes, I hope that was helpful, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.